10 Best Defensive Players in NBA History. 10. Tim Duncan. Statistics. 19.0 points. 10.8 rebounds. 3.0 assist. 0.7 steal. 2.2 blocks. Position. Power forward, center. Team. San Antonio Spurs. Accolades. Hall of Fame, 15x All-Star, 15x All-Defensive Team, 2x MVP, 5x NBA Champion. People don't necessarily remember Duncan for his defense, but the Spurs stalwart made 15 NBA All-Defensive Teams in 19 seasons. He averaged more than 2 blocks per game during his illustrious career, one that included 5 NBA championships and 2 Most Valuable Player awards. 9. David Robinson. Statistics. 21.1 points. 10.6 rebounds. 2.5 assist. 1.4 steal. 3.0 blocks. Position. Center. Team. San Antonio Spurs. Accolades. Hall of Fame, 10x All-Star, 8x All-Defensive Team, Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, 2x NBA Champion. Duncan's first few seasons in the NBA were spent alongside the man known as the Admiral, who himself was a tremendous stopper. He led the league in blocks during the 1991-92 season, made 8 NBA All-Defensive Teams, and finished his career in style by winning his second ring in 2003. 8. Garry Python. Statistics. 16.3 points. 3.9 rebounds. 6.7 assist. 1.8 steal. 0.2 blocks. Position. Point guard. Teams. Seattle Supersonics, Milwaukee Bucks, Los Angeles Lakers, Boston Celtics, Miami Heat. Accolades. Hall of Fame, 9x All-Star, 9x All-Defensive Team, Defensive Player of the Year, NBA Champion. When your nickname is the Glove, you'd better be a strong defender, and Payton more than lived up to the moniker. He guarded some of the top playmakers in the game during the 1990s and 2000s, made 9 NBA All-Defensive Teams, and was seen as one of the best to never win a title before he won a ring with the Miami Heat in 2006. 7. Kevin Garnett. Statistics. 17.8 points. 10.0 rebounds. 3.7 assist. 1.3 steal. 1.4 blocks. Position. Power forward. Teams. Minnesota Timberwolves, Boston Celtics, Brooklyn Nets. Accolades. Hall of Fame, 15x All-Star, 12x All-Defensive Team, MVP, NBA Champion. If you like fierce intensity from your big men, Garnett was probably someone you really enjoyed watching. Incredibly gifted on both ends of the floor, the Big Ticket was selected to 12 All-Defensive Teams. He won the Defensive Player of the Year award in 2008, the same year he, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen led the Boston Celtics to an NBA championship. 6. Michael Jordan. Statistics. 30.1 points. 6.2 rebounds. 5.3 assist. 2.3 steal. 0.8 blocks. Position. Shooting guard. Teams. Chicago Bulls, Washington Wizards. Accolades. Hall of Fame, 14x All-Star, 10x scoring leader, 9x All-Defensive Team, Defensive Player of the Year, 6x NBA Champion. MJ is seen as the greatest player of all time by many due in large part to his offensive output. However, Jordan was also a brilliant defender who led the NBA in steals 3 times and was the 1988 Defensive Player of the Year. He finished his career with 9 All-Defensive Team selections, the last of which came in 1998 when he led the Bulls to their 6th title. 5. Dekembe Mutombo. Statistics. 9.8 points. 10.3 rebounds. 1.0 assist. 0.4 steal. 2.8 blocks. Position. Center. Teams. Denver Nuggets, Atlanta Hawks, Philadelphia 76ers, New York Knicks, Houston Rockets. Accolades. Hall of Fame, 8x All-Star, 6x All-Defensive Team, 4x Defensive Player of the Year. Go ahead and do the finger wag. When you're done, admire the resume of one of the premier shot blockers in NBA history. He won 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards, led the league in blocks for 3 consecutive years, and twice led the league in rebounding. He was never a top-tier scorer, but he didn't have to be in order to have a Hall of Fame career. 4. Scottie Pippen. Statistics. 16.1 points, 6.4 rebounds, 5.2 assist, 2.0 steal, 0.8 blocks. Position: small forward. Teams: Chicago Bulls, Portland Trail Blazers, Houston Rockets. Accolades: Hall of Fame, 7x All-Star, 10x All-Defensive Team, 6x NBA Champion. Best known as the Robin to Michael Jordan's Batman, Pippen did outshine his legendary teammate on the defensive end. His emergence helped propel Chicago past the Bad Boys, Detroit Pistons teams, and he finished his career with 10 All-Defensive Team selections. Jordan may have been considered one of the best players of all time without Pippen, but does he achieve GOAT-level status without his talented running mate? It's a legitimate question. 3. Dennis Rodman. Statistics: 7.3 points, 13.1 rebounds, 1.8 assist, 0.7 steal, 0.6 blocks. Position: power forward. Teams: Detroit Pistons, San Antonio Spurs, Chicago Bulls, Los Angeles Lakers, Dallas Mavericks. Accolades: Hall of Fame, 2x All-Star, 8x All-Defensive Team, 2x Defensive Player of the Year, 5x NBA Champion. Love him or hate him, one cannot deny Rodman's legacy is perhaps the best dirty work player in NBA history. He dove for every loose ball. He studied the rotations of shots in pregame warm-ups to work on his timing, and his contributions aided two different dynasties, the late 80s Detroit Pistons and the mid-90s Chicago Bulls, as they made their contributions to basketball history. Shaquille O'Neal of the Los Angeles Lakers and Hakeem Olajuwon of the Houston Rockets. Photo by Matt A. Brown, Icon Sportswire. 2. Hakeem Olajuwon. Statistics: 21.8 points, 11.1 rebounds, 2.5 assist, 1.7 steal, 3.1 blocks. Position: center. Teams: Houston Rockets, Toronto Raptors. Accolades: Hall of Fame, 12x All-Star, 9x All-Defensive Team, 2x Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, 2x NBA Champion. Some would put the Dream atop this list, and for good reason. He's the NBA's all-time leader in blocked shots, and the two-time NBA champion also won a pair of Defensive Player of the Year awards and led the league in rebounding in both 1989 and 1990. He ranks 4th all-time in defensive win shares, and we may never see another player with his background and path to basketball again. 1. Bill Russell. Statistics: 15.1 points, 22.5 rebounds, 4.3 assist. Position: center. Team: Boston Celtics. Accolades: Hall of Fame, 12x All-Star, 5x MVP, 11x NBA Champion. Russell played in an era where most defensive stats were not kept. However, if you go by defensive win shares, the man who would be considered an undersized center in today's game is head and shoulders above the rest. His 133.64 defensive win shares are 27 ahead of Tim Duncan, who in turn is 12 ahead of the next closest player. Russell's defense and team-first mentality were driving forces behind that era's Boston Celtics, which won 11 titles in 13 seasons.